Hey guys, and welcome to the final part of the Lemmings Longplay for the Amstrad CPC. Now, I'm going to be commentating on three of the levels because one of them is practically impossible to do, and as for the other two, they are impossible to do due to a bug, and I'm going to have to use a bit of a cheat to get through that. Anyway, we'll come on to that when we come to those levels, but first off, here's the first level of the Mayhem section. Enjoy! Okay guys, so this is the first level I'm going to be commentating on, which is Mayhem 7, Heaven Can Wait, and it's practically impossible to do due to the stupid time limit, and the programmers obviously haven't play tested this properly. And the secret to this level is basically absolutely perfect timing, and we're talking about shaving milliseconds off. I'm going to talk you through the first key parts here. First of all, we'll get a builder right to the very edge and get ready to dig this guy. I'm going to use him to build a bit of a pit. He needs to get quite low down, and then you can set him as a builder, and he will hit himself against the wall and bounce back. Quickly go back to him, punch, and you've got to get timing right now just to punch through, and you've got to get that timing just right, and it's really hard to do on that spike because you're continually moving up. Get him punching through the spike too low down or too higher up, and you've basically muffed it up. Oh yeah, and you need to start him building on, there's a little tiny ledge that he moves up on, and you need to start the builder timing, start the builder there, and keep him building constantly to the top. And we're talking about shaving milliseconds off here as well, guys, so obviously listen out for the last 3 beeps, signifying that he's at the end of his building cycle. And just hold the fire button down. There's the beeps. And get straight away building. And at that point, start releasing the lemmings. Get them all up to 99 speed. And it's really crucial that you get the lemming building the next part of the bridge. Hold the fire button down, because there is a a second or two when he looks around at you to say, like, shall I continue? Okay, right, that should be the last bridge up to that lift, sorry, that platform. And what you're going to do is place the cursor to the far left, thanks to Metra for this tip. I'll come on to that again in a second. And get ready to start building now. Round about between, just before 57 turns to 56 seconds left on the clock. Use a puncher here just to shave a few more milliseconds off. Starting building on the farthest right possible, and just hope and pray that you've got the timing spot on. I mean, it's literally, we'll be getting all the lemmings in with like, when it's 0 on the clock, and it always seems touch and go whether we'll get them in here. Sometimes I've done this again and again and again. One of the lemmings is just too early, and he'll fall off the end of the bridge I'm building here and fall to his doom. And we've got to get, I think it's 19 lemmingsing out of 20, and there we go, we've done it. And just check out that clock running down there, guys. 3, 2, 1, 0. Just 19 out of 19. So I just want to give a big shout out and thank you to Metra and Pure Socks on the CPC wiki forums, and Metra has his own YouTube channel, which is excellent, for basically cracking that level for me and working with me to get through that. So thank you very much, guys. We found it is possible to do, but it's just extremely ridiculously hard. Alright, so I'll shut up now, and then I'll commentate on the next 2 levels that are a problem. Alright, cheers. Okay guys, so here are the next two levels I'm going to commentate on, and they're next to each other. This is Mayhem 11, John's Mayhem level. And this is actually quite a fun little level on its own, and how it should be played properly. Unfortunately, there's a horrendous bug on this level, and I'm going to declare it a bug. Because no one, including Metra or any of the really skilled Amstrad game players, can work out another method of beating this. Now essentially guys, it's pretty straightforward once you've played it through a couple of times. You're building between these two rocks at a time, and to shave off a few seconds, you can sort of finish your build short by using a puncher or a miner. And then it's the exit's on the far left there, and then it's just a case of releasing those lemmings at the right time. Roughly just about a minute and 10 seconds. There you go, I'm using a builder there just to try and save a bit of time. Actually, probably didn't there. And I'm getting ready to use a miner here because we don't need to leave him building for the entire length of his build cycle. Now, so what's the bug then? Okay guys, well the bug is this. You may have seen the previous video I put up yesterday. Well essentially guys, none of the lemmings will actually go into the exit. They just stroll by the exit, ignoring it, and then just, you know, walk off to their doom. And after experimenting around, basically I've concluded that the exit is sort of set too high. Like the area around where the sprite will pass by doesn't match up, and you know, in the horizontal plane or whatever. Can't describe that very well, but essentially I think the programmers have messed up the level design, and yeah, the exit is basically too high. So what you need to do is use a builder to build up like a little step, so the lemmings can just move up slightly, and then they'll all jump into the exit. So okay, well, what's the main problem with that? Now we found that, well, it's impossible to do this level without using all the builders to actually reach the exit. And I've tried so many different ways, guys. Tried so many little different tricks and things, and yeah, I declare it impossible. Yeah, set the bomber going there about 1 minute 20. So yes, and exactly the same bug occurs on the next level. So what we're going to do in a second is use a bit of a poke and a cheat to get through this. Just check I've got my lemmings moving correctly, they're not going to fall to their death. So guys, I'm really sorry, but I've basically cheated to beat this level until someone releases a patched version of this. Then I think this is the only way we're going to beat this level and the next level. Okay, so I've paused the game here, guys. This is where I'm entering a poke. In your emulator or your multiface, you want to go to the address 247B, which contains a value for the number of builders on the level. And as you can see there, I've just poked myself an extra builder, and there they go into the exit. And there you go, that is that level beaten. With no builders left, nothing to sort of get those lemmings up higher. And we needed 18 rescued. And then we find the same bug on this level, Mayhem 12. And if you want proof of the bug in action, go and watch the previous video, which shows it actually happening. This is Mayhem 12 with a twist of lemming, please. Now the previous level, Mayhem 11, was called John's Mayhem level, As far as I know, that level is not on any of the 16-bit versions. I think this was purely an 8-bit only level, because there was a lot less levels. I think it was about only 50% of the levels actually compared to the 16-bit versions. We've got 60 levels, and I think they all had at least 80 to 120 levels. So nicely, the programmers decided to try their hand at their own levels, and so there's some exclusive levels. Now, I'm pretty sure, guys, that this is a bug. I've mentioned before that the Spectrum version of Lemmings shares the same sort of level design pretty much all the way through, the same number of levels, and pretty much the same ways of beating them every time. You can go and watch a long play of the Spectrum Lemmings version on the RZX Archive YouTube channel, and you can see it in action, where the Lemmings just quite happily go into the exit. No building up is required, no cheating, no bugs or whatever. So I'm officially declaring this as a bug in the Amstrad version. If anyone can prove me wrong and show me a way to beat it without having to use a poke and a cheat on this level and the previous level, then please do let me know, guys, in the comments channel, and let me know how it is possible to do that, and I will record a new video and be eternally grateful to you, and be rather ashamed. But hey guys, you know, some of the best game players on the Amstrad scene couldn't work out this, so what can you do? And I think therefore, guys, I'm going to revise my original score I gave this game at the start of the first video, because I hadn't actually played the Mayhem levels. I just assumed I'd be able to do them, and originally I gave this game 9.5 out of 10. Well, due to the frustration on that taxing level, the earlier Mayhem level we looked up, it was Mayhem 7, and the bugs on these two levels, I'm going to have to revise my score and lower it to, I'm being generous now, I'm going to only lower it to 9 out of 10, so it's lost half a mark, because I think it's still a fantastic version of the game and plays brilliantly. Just a real shame that they didn't bug test this properly. It's still definitely a classic though. Now here I'm going to be using extra cheats because we need to get all the Lemmings in this exit. So when I get to the top of this build cycle, I'm going to pause, do a poke, and I'm going to give myself 3 extra builders. One to build up to the exit, one to continue up to the ceiling above, and maybe one extra just in case. So basically the last Lemming continues to build up, hits his head against the ceiling there, and he will turn around and go into the exit. There you go, I've just paused the game. That's me entering the same poke. I've now given myself 2 or 3 extra builders. There you go. You can see the builder icon there, it's just suddenly increased the number above it. And that's how we're going to get the Lemmings into the exit. And we'll keep that builder going, and then he's going to hit his head and turn around and go into the exit himself. So there you go, guys, I'm going to leave it there. I really want a shot of this long play now. I've absolutely reached my tether's end with trying to work out what's going wrong on this level and the previous one. So I'm waving the white flag of defeat, declaring this a bug and broken, and hopefully someone will at some point release a patched version of this. And of course we've tested it on several dumps and the real disc version, which I own myself. The only version I haven't tested it on is the cassette version. But again, the Spectrum version of this level doesn't have the exit bug. We have to build up to it. So there you go. I'm going to let you enjoy the last of the levels. Unfortunately, guys, there's a very poor ending to this game, but still, overall, 9 out of 10. Thanks for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed all these parts and this Lemmings long play. Alright, cheers.